Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, welcome to Coping with Life Disabled and Mentally Ill. I am your host, Scott. Hello, everybody. It's Saturday. Hope you are well. So, let's talk about the World Cup and my experience. So, I went to match 52, which was Bosnia and Herzegovina versus Qatar, up in Seattle. And I was able to go because of Verizon. That was an experience, and I was in section 110, or J, and that was amazing. I was rooting for Bosnia and Herzegovina, and they won. They won 3-1, and the game was an experience. Now, I didn't get to finish watching there. I wasn't feeling too well. So I'm going to talk about my experience, some of the merch that I got. And it was a nice time. I got to go through the players' tunnel. Thanks for Verizon for that amazing experience. And took photos with 2 of the 3 mascots. They're just an amazing experience. I was in a lot of pain. I wasn't feeling very well. I was overheating. So, if you don't know, I am very heat sensitive from a heat stroke that I suffered 10 years ago. My body can't regulate heat anymore very well. And even, with 3 days from Wednesday, I've still not really recovered from that. I have made some errors in my daily life that normally, as an autistic, as somebody who is riddled with tasks being done a certain way, forgetfulness is not something that is an ordinary thing in my life, as so remembering certain tasks and things that should be normal that you do every day, go, oh, that's a problem. And that's the problem. But with that said, my experience was amazing. Seattle showed out. And I rooted for Bosnia. And Qatar is amazing. And I was also sitting down while a lot of people left, and every person who was rooting for Qatar, I made sure to tell them, hey, good game, thumbs up, put my hands together in a praying motion, to just tell them, hey, because people of Qatar and they have been nothing but amazing people to me. And same with Bosnian fans. And somebody who's very new to soccer. And this experience was something that I will forever cherish. And it was thanks to Verizon that I went more broke to make this trip happen. And I wanted to talk about the entire thing that really exhausted me, because I've done stupid stuff, and I've talked about it on my show, and this is one of the things, because if you don't know, I'm on disability. I don't get a lot of money. Every month, I have very little. I have a couple bucks left over, and there's not a lot of money that I get to save. However, I won tickets, so I knew about June 2nd. And prior to the match in Seattle, that was 22 days. I needed information. I needed to have FIFA have all my information, and my guest information by the 8th of June. And so that was sorted out pretty quickly. And I've talked about this on my show. After a thing that happened a couple years ago, and how that really hurt me in a way. I no longer can be beholden to other people. And so I'm like, all right, so I got paid, and I used money that would normally go for food and there, so I just kind of starved myself to get the flight to Seattle and then Amtrak back. And so paid for that, and then the matchup was on Wednesday at noon Pacific Standard Time. Gates open at 9 a.m. My flight went from where I am would land in Seattle about 6 a.m. Now, Tuesday, I'm not feeling very well. It was very hot, very, very uncomfortable, and I woke up from my nap about 5 p.m. And I didn't sleep very well there, so I went and got food. And the food wasn't the best, but I then went to the airport about 8 p.m. Because I'm not going to be out in the city after dark, and I can't afford the high Uber prices in the morning to get to the airport at a specific time. And so 8 p.m. Went through TSA pretty quickly. And I then started not feeling well. Overheating, uncomfortable, pain, and I'm going to be completely honest. Being neurodivergent and who I am, I'm like, is this worth it? And I went, yeah, it's worth it. So I decided to go, and I just chilled and just tried to kill time until my flight. And it was hard. And then my flight, and normally, and I don't, maybe it was because I did it too late or whatever, but in my profile, it says that I have to have a window seat, because I don't do very well in aisles. I'm a very, very large human, and a very tall human. Aisles and me don't get along. And the flight, I was stuck in the aisle, and my body just was like, this is pain. This is pain. And I was in a lot of pain. And so I went, and then I have issues. And just, I'm in Seattle, in the airport, and just knowing, okay, this is gonna be a day. And I wanted to do a lot of the stuff in the fan pavilion. I wanted to do, a lot of the stuff that was around. That was not the case. I'm in a lot of pain. My knees are not wanting to cooperate, and so I go from the airport to the stadium, and I'm not doing well. It was rough. And I get in line. The amazing people in the line, they were so amazing people to allow me to go sit on the curb, out of the sun, because I tried to avoid the sun as much as I could. They were amazing people. Gates open, and I just immediately go to upstairs, scan my ticket, so gates open, you go through all the thing, and everyone's passing me because everybody's heading to the Bank of America tent for the bracelets, which is what I wanted to do, but I wasn't going to force my body to queue another line, and I'm like, I just want to meet the resident rep, sit on my feet, and just try and rest my body. And I did buy merch there. The jersey that I got, the kit that I got, the shirt, whatever you want to call it, I wanted one that had the FIFA patch on it. However, mine didn't come with one. And, you know, it is what it is. Still happy to have it. And I got the Match Day scarf. I got, and I get to my feet. And I enjoy the pregame and watch the warm-ups. And it was an experience. I definitely enjoyed it. You know, live your life. Find experiences you want to do and do them, because life is short, and love the people in your life. And so the game, and then about 78 minutes into the game, I go, I'm cooking. My food's now in the sun, and I just couldn't. So I got up, and I needed food intake, and I just went and saw that there was no line to get a hot dog. And the only way to get in, you tap. There's no signs, no prices. I just get the hot dog and leave. It's $22. I don't have $22. But so I coined the life-saving hot dog. And so I go and then I'm told that there's seating, and I go and I sit down, and I'm there for possibly an hour, maybe two, while everybody's filing, and I'm just in agony and pain. And now I have to get to the train station, and there's people. And I want to do my best, and so then I get to the point where, okay, I just need to get into the train station. And the way that they have Amtrak is because it's close to the stadium, but you need to prove that you have a ticket to get in for obvious reasons. So I make my way, and I just take my time, and then I get into the train station. I met some amazing people that went to the game and going to Vancouver and stuff. Those people were cool. And I'm not feeling very well. He has got to me. Then I have many hours to go until my train. So, train gets there. I go in line, and I get to my feet, and I love trains. I've mentioned this before. I love trains. I love Amtrak normally, but this time my body's like, I'm uncomfortable. This is not ideal. Pain. I got some food, and my body's like, you okay, but there's still pain, and just, it was the miserable many hours back, and then I got home, then I crashed, and then I am still in recovery mode since. And that was my excursion to the World Cup game, and it was amazing. I enjoyed it. It was a very, very hot day in Seattle, and I don't do heat very well. That's on me. That's on my body. But live your life, and do the thing that you want to do in life, and hopefully you find you're happy. And I want to do life experiences. I want to travel. I want to do stuff. I just need to better plan. But when you are broke and you have no money and you just make do every single day, that this was what I had to do to make sure that I got to go. And again, I don't like being beholden to anybody. So it's like, I gotta do it myself. It was rough. But I'm so glad that I did it. And that was my World Cup experience. And I got a cool story to tell. I'm forever grateful. I'm forever blessed. Until next week. Love the people in your life. And I know there was wrestling today. Normally I do predictions. But I wanted to tell my World Cup story. And that takes precedence. Until next week, this has been Coping with Life, Disabled and Mentally Ill. I'm your host, Scott. I bid you all adieu.